Hello, hello. Stephanie Zima here, My Way of Life Coaching. And today we're going to be talking about overcoming fears of the cold market and seeing its value. I tell you one thing, I love the cold market so much, even though in the beginning, we all know it's a knot in the stomach that we have, and we are just kind of like feeling uneasy about something new. But once you face that fear and once you get through it, I'll tell you, I promise you, it's going to be the best thing ever because you are going to actually help people that want to be helped by you. You are not no longer circling the drain of the same old people that you're reaching out and feeling really weird because they're always like, oh my gosh, here she comes again. Here she comes again. No, seriously, you are going to love it so much because you are going to literally meet new people and they are going to be excited to talk to you and they are going to be like wanting what you have. I tell you, cold market, best thing ever. Once you learn the skills, you're going to love it too. If you are new to me, I am Stephanie Zima. I am a transformation coach that helps online entrepreneurs gain more confidence, gain more clarity, and courage to get off that emotional roller coaster that many of us are on onto a solid foundation of personal development that will actually let you build the life and the business of your dreams. You cannot build a big business on a flimsy sandy foundation. You can't. It's going to crumble, right? But if you have a solid, confident, clear, courageous foundation, you are going to withstand rejection. You're going to overcome fears. You're going to be able to tackle all the things that creating a business and becoming an entrepreneur is going to provide you, right? You need that solid foundation, no doubt. Now, we're talking about cold market today, okay? We're going to go over some fears. We are going to go over how to shift our mindset through those fears that are coming up. And in the end, I want to know from you, please, in the comments, which one was your fear and how that has helped you now, okay? How my tips have helped you understand. And if they haven't, I need you to tell me so I can explain it in a different way and help you how to get through those fears because there's so much opportunity out there, so much that even if all of us are going to be out there, we will never, never, never tap it out, okay? Abundance is upon us on the cold market. I promise you, you will never fall short on leads. That's the promise. All right. So, first of all, fear of wasting time and energy, right? So many of us are just, we know when we try the cold market, we are not necessarily seeing efforts right away. We're not necessarily seeing well, we are putting efforts in, but we're not seeing results right away, right? People are like not commenting. People are not, letting us have any feedback. They're ghosting us, and the ghosting can feel so uncomfortable. It triggers some abandonment wounds. It triggers like fears and insecurities. It triggers a bunch of emotions that we need to deal with. And if we don't deal with that, what's going to happen is you're going to start procrastinating. You're going to stop altogether, and you just form a new belief that this is not for you. When in fact, it is. You just need to have the skills. Okay. All right. So hang on one second. Oh my gosh. Now I started my vibration board. That is so funny. All right. So this is what it is. Fear of knowing, not knowing what to say. That is the second fear that so many of us are having. Uncertainty about how to start conversations or handling the objections that are coming our way can really paralyze your action. It's creating anxiety, and prospecting is just not happening, and you're just kind of like overwhelmed with social anxiety, right? Well, after all, we've all been taught stranger danger. Do not talk to strangers. Do not make any connections. Stay close. Do not share a lot about you because you'll become vulnerable. Well, how are you going to connect if you don't share anything vulnerable about you? If you don't have the courage to stand out first, people are not going to connect with you, right? If you're only posting about your product, for example, people are not going to connect with you if you message them because they have nothing to connect with you with. If they know you want to sell them something, they know that If they answer you, you're going to make a sales pitch. That's not how you're going to go about sale in the cold market. Okay, you need to connect with people, and you need to do that. And the way how you do that is by knowing yourself first. You have to know yourself. You need to know what your values is. You need to know what your mission is. What are you bringing to the table? Who are you? And you need to give people opportunity to connect with you. Now, scripts are something that can help you in the beginning, right? First of all, you have to have a good storefront. You have to have good social media posting about different kinds of things that will actually then help you to create conversations. If you don't have that, if you don't do that, people are not going to reach out to you. They're not going to like you, and they're not going to trust you, and they're not, for sure, not going to buy anything from you. Okay, so you need to have a good storefront, meaning your social media profile. I recommend usually 3 to 5 topics that you post consistently with, and let people see who you are. Right. This is something that can we can work out later on. Now, when you have scripts, you can use them as a guideline, but you've got to make it personalized. You have to approach this with a genuine and conversational style. How could you do that? So, for example, if you use an acronym such as LORD, location, occupation, recreation, and dreams, right? If you see somebody that is not necessarily on your vibe, and you are going about them and say, where are you located? What is your occupation? What do you like to do for recreation? And what do you dream about? They're gonna look at you and say, you're weird. Like, why are you sending me these messages? And they're gonna either block you, or they're going to ghost you, and that's it. And trust me, I've done those. So sorry if you're watching this and I've done that to you. I'm sorry. I learned too, right? It's okay. We all learn. But here's what I want to share with you today. If you, for example, are a dog lover, okay, you're a dog lover and you post about your dog, and you are like, oh my gosh, my dog is so cute and I love doing this with my dog, and yada yada yada. And now you're connecting with people that are also dog lovers. They are on your vibe, okay? They're going to post something about their dog. So now you can comment on their stuff, and they are going to see your stuff, and they're going to be like, wait, that's maybe a person that I can exchange things with. So now when you message them, they are likely to respond to you. Now, when they respond to you, you can have a good conversation, a high vibing conversation. Okay. So that means, for example, when you say, hey, where are you located? I see you walking your dog, this and this. They're going to be like, oh, I'm in Florida. And you're going to be like, I'm in freezing Chicago. And I'm like, it's really cold out here. So I'm so jealous of you doing your dog walking stuff in Florida, right? The weather must be nice, the beach must be nice. Now you have things you can talk about, conversational. Okay, now when you look about the occupation, like, oh, sorry, gotta go to work now. What do you do for work, right? Oh, are you home? Okay, boom, now you have an occupation where you have another topic you can start talking to and see if you have things in common. Now, when you talk about recreation, clearly you both have the dog in common. So that's something you want to see if you have something in common somehow. Now you are able to ask about their dreams. Like, what are you planning to do with your dog? Do you have any sports that you want to get into? Do you want to do some agility? No, you don't want to do any agility. Why? Or whatever. You can fill up the blanks, but often pain points come up through a conversation like this. For example, they could say, I don't want to do agility or any kind of job, or kind of hobby with my dog because my knees are bothering me, or, I can't do that anymore. I can't jump, or, whatever. And then you can say, oh my gosh, I know about the knees. I've had the issue too before, but this is what worked for me. I found something that worked for me. Would you like to know what it is? Okay. And now you have the bridge to talk from general conversations to your products. Okay. It is simple if you find the people that are vibing with you. It's awkward if you're not having vibing people with you. And see, it's kind of like it needs to come together, right? Like a wheel, like a tooth wheel or whatever that's called. I don't know. It has to come together where The people will be attracted by what you're posting. So your storefront, you post, they have to be attracted to that. Then in the conversation it flows nice, and then eventually you can find the bridge to talk to people about what helped you, the things that you are passionate about. Because often, even if they are not giving you this bridge, right, and they are saying like, oh, I love to do X, Y, and Z boating, and you say, I really don't like boating, I like this and this, and they are going to say like, oh cool, what's that, and then next thing you know, you can have a conversation about what you like to do, and in that term then you can find your bridge. Okay. All right. So that's, if you have the fear of not knowing what to say, this is where you can have it, but without the foundation of who you are and what you're looking for and what you want to post about, you are not going to be able to have good conversations, not with people that you know and not with people that are strangers. Okay. So you need to have that for sure. Okay. So the fear of technology and tools is the next thing. A lot of people have the assumption that when you are entering the cold market, you must have an email list, you must have a CRM, you must have multiple social media platforms, and they are spending so much time trying to find information and learning and learning and learning. You do not. What you need to have is you need to be confident in conversations. You need to have clarity on who you're looking for and what you're here to do. And you need to have the courage to start conversations and start conversations and start showing up and start showing up and start conversations. That's what you need to have. You do not need to worry about those big things and yada yada yada, because all you need is a pen and a pencil and a paper, and maybe a note section in your phone, and maybe an Excel sheet. That's all you need. Okay. But people distract themselves by thinking they need to have all the other things in place before they can start doing business. See, ideally, you're going to start with 1 to 3 to 4 to 5 people, maybe. And then those people will duplicate what you've done also. And then they grow, and then they grow. And that's how you grow. Okay. So you don't need to have influencer work just yet. You don't have to have an evergreen of an online course unless that's what you want to. And then that's a different story. We can talk about it. But if you are just starting out, and if you're in network marketing or social selling, or you are creating a business as a realtor, for example, you don't need to have that just yet, right? When you first start out, you need to have word of mouth. You're duplicating the same way. You don't have to have a big following to even do some business. A few people will actually do the trick for you. Okay, the next fear would be the fear of competition. Fear of competition, um, it's something that I always laugh about, right? And it's a real thing for a lot of people. But I want you to remember that when you have your brand right, if you know who you are unique. There is no competition with you. There is no competition with you because, Sally Sue is not going to be me. And Karen is not going to be me. And, there are a few people that are assigned to me, and there's other people that are assigned to Karen and to Sally Sue, right? When you look at the amount of people, see, fear of competition it's just a scarcity mindset, you guys. It's a scarcity mindset. Think about it. There's so many people in the world. I alone cannot help everybody. You alone cannot help anybody. She cannot help everybody. It's going to take multiple people to do the same thing to help a lot of people. Okay. There's so many people in the world. So if you are afraid of that competition and you don't want to lift up together, it's because you have a scarcity mindset. You think there's not enough to go around, but there is. There's so many people, and there's so many people that you get to help, and there's so many people that I get to help, and there's so many people that she gets to help. Okay, and we all need to do this together, because even if we all pitch in and we do it together, we will still not make it happen because there's so many more people. Okay, so seriously, it's a scarcity mindset that you're having. Fear of failing publicly. That's another one I laugh about because I'm telling you, my cat is meowing, my board is going on. This is a hot mess express here today. No, it's not really, but it's like life, right? Life happens. Am I going to start redoing my video over and over and over again? Absolutely not, because it's what happens, right? Life happens sometimes. These are things that happen. And it's, if I would have to worry about it, then I would never get my word out. Then I would never get my message out. I'm not worrying about these things because you shouldn't either. Okay. You should worry about getting your message right. You should worry about what do you want. You should worry about who can you help. And then you should just do it. Because here's the thing. Name the last 5 influencers that you've seen on a reel. You probably cannot. You probably cannot name the names of the 5 last reels that you've seen, of the creators from the last 5 reels that you've seen. You probably cannot name them because this is not something our brain retains, right? But we worry about it. We worry about if we make a mistake, somebody saw it. The people that know you, they like you and they like you and they watch you and they don't care if my cat meows in the back, or they don't care if my vibration board gets on, or they don't care. They're gonna say, hi, you have that. What kind of vibration board are you using? Right? It sparks conversation maybe, which is a great thing because all those things give you, see, if I show up imperfectly, it'll give you permission to do the same, right? Isn't that a good thing? That's a great thing. Okay, that's a great thing. So don't worry about failing in public. The people that hate you won't even know, right? I mean, they have forgotten you 30 seconds down the road. All right, so it's all to finish this off. It's all literally about shifting your mindset, your fears that you're having. You just need to find the angle to shift it. And this is where a mentor comes in, right? When you are stuck in the gut, when you're stuck there and you are like, you can only see yourself, that's when you need a coach. This is when you need a mentor that sees things a little bit different than you have, or maybe can say, you know what, I've been there, but this is the way how I found out of it. A mentor always will accelerate your growth, right? I know sometimes people are struggling thinking, why should I invest money? I don't have money. I don't have money to invest into people's programs, into coaching sessions. I don't have money to do that. But that is short-sighted thought. Because if you don't have money, you need to create money. You need to find ways to create the money. Okay. And the way how you create the money is by learning from someone that actually has been there and can accelerate your progress and can help you quicker. Things move so fast these days. AI is all over the place. This is all over the place. This is like, you could have anxiety technically about not being fast enough, but that's not what I want you to do either. What's important, because those things change all the time, right? So whenever you jump into a new trend, it's going to be great. But here is what you really need to spend money on. It's not the skills. What you need to spend money on is developing yourself. You need to learn strategies, how to overcome obstacles. That is it. If you are overcoming obstacles, the obstacles will always be there. But if you have learned how to overcome obstacles and how to have a rock solid mindset that will not let you quit, that will not let you deter, doesn't matter what you're being hit with. This year, I've been hit with so many different things. Okay. I'm going through a divorce. I have a kid that has cancer. Family that are really near and dear to my heart basically just dropped me like a hot potato. That hurt really bad. What did I do? Did I get bitter? No. I met everything with love and I said, you know what? I'm going to accelerate and I'm going to keep doing. And you would have not even known all the stuff that I've overcome. I'm dealing with my ex divorce case still, right? I mean, there's a gazillion different obstacles really designed to knock me out, to knock me on my ass. And I would have had so many different reasons to be depressed and to stop and to say, nope, I can't do it. But that's not who I am. That is not who I am because I have studied. Yes, have I cried? Sure, I have. And I know, I see you. I know you're having a tough time. Okay. But do you need to stop? No, you need to accelerate. You need to learn by somebody that has been there, that knows how to accelerate and how to do these things. You need to do this because 2025 is your chance. 2025, when you have a rock solid personal development foundation, right? You know who you are, you know what you stand for, you know who you're looking for, and you are training your habits to be on point, that you are showing up and you're putting these small little steps, small little steps, small little steps, and you do that consistently, it will compound. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You will win. You will win. But most of the people are not winning because they're not showing up. They're not making themselves a priority. Yes, it feels selfish to make yourself a priority. Yes, it feels awful to spend money on something that you can't necessarily take home with. Because when you spend money on coaching, you just know, oh, yeah, there's somebody that shows up for me. But see, but sometimes you need to borrow somebody's belief long enough for you to believe in yourself. That's what I did. I invested so much money in my certifications, into my coachings, into my mentors, because I needed their belief. I needed them to show me how, because I couldn't believe in myself. I didn't know who I was. I was completely lost. I was people pleasing so many. I had so many obstacles. I kind of knew I had a dream inside of me, but I couldn't get it out. I couldn't get it out. I didn't know how to have that confidence. I didn't know how to have that courage. I didn't know how to have that clarity because my brain was so fogged over. So many tabs were open by all this pain that was in there. Okay. And I tell you, this is how Walk It Free was born. I needed to heal and I needed to connect with me and myself. I had to heal all the things that were hurting me so much, that were keeping me stuck in the apathy and in the grief levels. I couldn't see purpose. I couldn't see an emotional state of desire. I couldn't see emotional state of purpose and you know, I mean all I couldn't. I was stuck in apathy. It's like, oh my gosh, nothing will ever work. Nope, nothing. I have too many obstacles. And then I was stuck in grief. Everyone hates me. No one loves me. My family turned their back on me. Why? No, because I started choosing myself. I started choosing myself, and those people didn't like it. Those people didn't like it. But you know what? I needed to, because I found myself again. And you can too. I'm telling you, you can too. Okay, so if you liked what you've seen, make sure you subscribe. Let me know in the comment what resonated with you the most. Let me know your questions. Let me know your struggles. I will create content that will help you do that. And if you decide you want to invest, I'm telling you, 2025 is about to happen. You need to get into my online course, and you need to get into this Walk It Free mentorship program that I have every 12 weeks. It is very affordable. You'll find it on my website, www.walkitfree.com. Get it, get it, get it, get it. I do one-on-one coachings at this moment. Eventually, that may be changing into group coachings. We'll see. Right now is the time for you to get in. Right now is the time for you to get one-on-one coaching with me. If you need to have more proof on me and what I teach, feel free to look through all my YouTubes, right? Feel free to hear this, ask me questions, book a discovery call, whatever you need to do. But I want you to win. I want you to get out of that state of apathy into healed state from where you can create, okay? From where you can create what you are here to do. All right? Love you. Bye.